everybody. How are you? It's Michel T Dallaire from Cybersecurity Academy. I hope you're doing great. And I'm so happy. It's the first time we're talking together, and it's going to be great. I have a lot of stuff to talk to you about. And what is the Cybercare Cafe? It goes with the Cybercare Academy. And it gives us an opportunity to go back on the subjects of the week. Well, this week is going to be like a little bit longer, but in the previous weeks, in the next weeks, I mean, it's gonna be shorter, and it's give you the opportunity to it's gonna give you the opportunity to ask questions, and I'm going to answer that. Yes, hello, Etienne. Yes, it's on the Twitch too. You have to go on the Cybercare Cafe version, the English version of the Twitch channel. So it's CCAACB1, which is the user. That's the English channel. So the only one that is, and I'm sorry about that, the only one that is on the French channel is on the YouTube, because the problem is that we have to, I forgot to do a little task which takes 24 hours for YouTube. So I said, wow, what the potatoes, I'm going to do it on the French version, and I'm going to transfer the live replay on the English channel, so you won't miss anything. Don't worry. All right. So maybe we should start with this awesome. Yes, Etienne, and you are. It's CCAACB1. There you go. Hi, Trickster. I hope you're doing great. Thank you for being there. Thank you, everyone, for being there. Appreciate it. And let's start with the article of the week. So I started with the introduction of the Academy. What is Cybercare Academy? Well, it's me and a team of people and some experts I'm going to bring to give you informations, educate you about family cybersecurity. Like, we're used to cybersecurity at work, but there are some different things that exist for cybersecurity at home, and that's where I'm coming in. So what I'm trying to do is not to fix the problems when they arrive. I'm trying to prevent the problems. So that's where I'm fitting. Of course, I'm gonna show you all kind of stuff, like during the next weeks. It's gonna be some stuff is gonna be general, some stuff is gonna be more in detail, but you don't have to worry. We have a free ebook that's gonna give you more information, and then we have video courses, and we also have the academy itself, which is a big, awesome community. We're gonna work together to have the latest news about viruses and stuff like that. What's happening in cybersecurity, what you have to worry about or not. And well, let's start this. That's what Cybercare Academy is about. So I invite you to go and see like the videos or the infographics. You're gonna find them on LinkedIn. You're gonna find them on Facebook, YouTube, Pinterest. I think I'm forgetting some. Twitch, YouTube. Well, that's. Oh, we have a newsletter. We have a blog on the website. So cyberacademy.com. You won't miss anything. So and the ebook is coming like really soon. So you can on the website cybercareacademy.com. You can fill the form, and I'm gonna warn you once the ebook is available, and I'm going to send you the link. It's totally free for the ebook. So I invite you to go and read the information about the introduction. Is going to give you more in detail our mission. Like the mission is aimed to raise awareness educate and provide practical tools to secure your online activities. And also, like, it's not all about cybersecurity itself. It's also about the psychology of cybersecurity, to be able to like how to think. Like, it has to become a second nature, and how to take care of your kids also, and your teenagers. It's not the same. There's a special way to think. There's a special way to do things, and I'm gonna give you some tips. I mean, I cannot change the way things are, but what I can most certainly do is to help you make it better. Like, keep good communications with your child and teenagers, and makes it all fun. It's not something difficult. It looks hard. It does. Like, trust me. Even me knowing all the stuff I know, there's been times uh, I've got to fix problems that I've been a victim to. So it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen again. It happened before. You don't have to hit on yourself about this. Um, the hackers are becoming more and more creative, and that's what it's all about. So, on the second article, I was talking about to you. I was talking to you about the 5 common threats in family cybersecurity. So it's not all the threats. It's like 5 of the most common, like phishing. Phishing is a technique used to try to steal information, obtain sensitive information such as usernames, passwords, credit card detail, and by posing as a trustworthy entity. So there's a lot of things in there. You should go read it in detail. It's really crazy out there, like a jungle. We have a ransomware, which is where the cyber criminal is gonna encrypt your files on your computer, and sometimes the software that's gonna do it, the virus that's gonna do it, is there for a long time. It doesn't happen in 24 hours. So it's dormant, and then at some point, bam, it happens. It's going to encrypt your files, and then you're going to receive an email, or it's going to be placed on your computer as a file somewhere that you will most likely see it, and it's going to ask you to send most of the time it's like bitcoins, because it's hard to trace. Well, it's mostly impossible to trace, and it's going to ask you for a ransom to give you the key to decrypt your file and unlock them. Problem is, you're gonna pay, and most of the time they're not even gonna care send you the key. They're just gonna keep the money. So what you can do about that is to do backup regularly. Keep your files somewhere else that the computer doesn't have access. So if the hacker is locking your files, is not going to have access to the backup. So what you have to do is then reformat your computer and then put back the files that you saved, and you're going to be saved, and you won't have to pay a single penny. Don't pay for these guys. And just watch out to not download suspicious files. Keep your software up to date. Most of the time, they fix vulnerabilities before they happen. So that's it. Spyware. Spyware is a software that monitors and collects information about a user's online activity without their knowledge. For example, a key locker who's gonna a logger. I mean, is gonna when you type on your keyboard, it's gonna record everything you're doing, and they're gonna try to find the passwords in there. Other things they have is that they take a snapshot of your screen, like let's say every 10 seconds or something like that. Another will record the screen as a video. So that it's totally crazy. They get more and more creative. Another one is cyberbullying. That's one we're gonna have a lot of talk about during the next few weeks. It's when first of all, cyberbullying is the use of technology to harass, threaten, embarrass, or target another person. And most of the time, it's children, but it's not only for teenagers or children, it's also adults. And if you're not very strong in your emotions and how you are, it's gonna uh, it's gonna touch you right to the core, and it's hard to get there. Hi, Nilal, welcome to the Cyber Care Cafe. We're really glad to see you here. Um, so cyberbullying is really important, and what's important is to educate your child, monitor their online activities, because your child are not only going to be victims; they could also be the harasser. So you have to watch for this. It's really important, and if people are telling you it's happening, it's really important to try and believe them and not say, "Oh, my kid is an angel." Maybe not. Maybe he has a secret garden where you don't know everything. So that can happen. And also create a supportive environment. Ensure your children know they can talk to you about any online issues without fear of repercussions. So it's really important. Another one that is the most maybe popular is malware. Malware is a general term for any software designed to damage, disrupt, or gain unauthorized access to your computer system. So, a virus is a malware. So, installing antivirus software is really important. Avoid dubious websites, of course, and be cautious with downloads. It's really important. Don't download only from official and reliable sources. So if you understand everything, it's going to help you to be more secured with your stuff at home. And talking about that, here's 5 tips to secure your home devices. So, we get homes. Our homes are equipped with many connected devices that makes our daily lives easier, but can also be potential targets for cyber criminals. And that's where it's important. You have to know what devices you have. Uh, keep documentation of everything you have in case of having a problem and then forgetting. Oh, I forgot about my Google Home. Oh, I forgot about my intelligent switch that can turn on and off my lights or stuff like that. So there's many things that we can have in an intelligent house to uh, to make life easier, but can also be targets. So for home devices, it's really important to use strong and unique passwords. Create complex passwords like combinations of uppercase, lowercase letters, numbers, special characters whenever it's possible. Do not reuse passwords. I'm never gonna say this enough. Each account and device should have a unique password. But you're going to say, well, I can't remember all those crazy passwords I'm doing. And the longer you can do them, the much better it is. So what you can use is a password manager like LastPass or Bitwarden are the two most um, renowned ones. So in there, what you do is you memorize all your passwords. You don't have to memorize them by yourself. The software is going to do it for you. And the only thing you have to do is memorize or take note for the password manager passwords. So this way, it's the only one you need to ever remember. Um, yeah. So, and enable the two-factor authentication. 2FA, you're going to see that symbol many times. What it is, it's an extra layer of security requiring a second form of verification in addition to your password. So, when you log to an account on a website or anything, it's going to send you an SMS or an email or use an authentication app. That's the best one. And it's going to reshuffle the number every 20 or 30 seconds, depending. And it's going to, you type that number. The thing is, if your password gets stolen, They most likely won't have access the to your to hack your two-factor authentication. That can still happen, but it's much more rare. Um, so yeah, authentication apps are the best. Um, Regularly update your software. So if you can enable automatic updates, check for updates manually when it doesn't happen and when it's not possible to make it automatic. So when you do these updates, it's going to fix a lot of security holes um, and prevent that something is going to happen. So it's a cafe. I'm going to take a sip here. All right. I hope you have your coffee and still thank you for being there. It's really cool. So what we're doing is we are talking about the subjects of the weeks. In the next weeks, it's going to be shorter, but this week it was the start of the English version of Cyber Academy. So that's why we have a lot of stuff here. Um, Okay, so secure your Wi-Fi network. Uh, what's happening is like we go to a company, we ask to get the internet, they give us, or the technician comes in our house, they give us a modem, and most of the time they have a sticker. We just put that on the modem, and it's gonna be the password and the SSID, which is the name of the Wi-Fi network that you want to connect in. So the thing is, we leave this as it is, and we shouldn't. The password should be changed, and the SSID name should be changed too. So why? Sometimes some companies they find a vulnerability in their modem or something like that. The hackers are pretty wise. So if, for example, you are with Bell, and let's say Bell has some sort of vulnerability someday, and your SSID is Bell 415. Okay, so a hacker passing by is gonna detect your Wi-Fi network, is gonna see Bell 415, and is gonna know that it's a Bell network. So it's gonna try to hack to go into it, and once it's there, it's gonna try to access all the devices that is inside your system. And it's possible for when there's a vulnerability to hack a modem without even knowing your password. It's pretty rare, but that does happen. And it depends on the settings of your modem. Someday I'm gonna show you how to configure that stuff. The reason why I'm not doing it like this fast is because there's as much modem as there is companies. So it's kind of complicated to know them all. So what I'm gonna do is show you a general way to do it, and you're gonna have to fix this. And if you can't find the information, you can always contact the free technical support of your modem company. So your internet company, I mean. So for the Wi-Fi, change the name, change the password. Do not keep the password they're giving you. And then if you can, if in the settings it's there and you see somewhere WP83 encryption, sometimes it's set to WP82. Change it to 3. It's gonna be better, and it's more enhanced security. And if you have guests coming at your home, try to. Most modems offer that protection now. You can split your modem Wi-Fi into two separate network. The guest network and your regular network. The guest network, it's a little bit more limited. They can go over the internet, but they can't go on your network. So this is important, and that's what it's another password. So you give that other password to your guests. So that's gonna secure your information. The last one I could say quickly is be cautious with downloads and links. Always go to trusted source. Don't click on links in suspicious emails or messages. Verify the sender's authenticity before clicking. and use good antivirus software. So that's my 5 tips for today. The next article was about the best practices for email security. Beware of attachments and links. Oh, that one. Um, we receive nowadays so many emails with bullshit in it. Sorry for the word, I had to say it. Sometimes they make believe they want you to pay your Norton thing, or your Norton antivirus subscription, or your another one I received that was like the less creative one of them. It was telling me that my rent of the month was not there, but like my guy who's renting the apartment is not even someone speaking in English. So that was kind of funny. So be wary of that. A lot of emails are not good. Don't click, don't open the files, don't click the link. It's better to go on the website, and the usual way you're going in there, and see, like, if you receive an email, most likely there's going to be also a message inside your account. And if you and even there, if you're not sure, call the technical support, but not using the numbers inside the email or the link inside the email. Go on the usual way you're doing it. Next one, strong password and two-factor authentication. We talked about that already. Detect scams and phishing attempts. That's when they try to steal your sensitive information. Like, you click on the link, you get on a website, you think it's the real, for example, you think it's the real Facebook website, but something's wrong. Like, it says you've been logged off. So you're trying to log in again. And you send your username, password, and you redo that 3-4 times, and then at some point, bang, you're back on your Facebook website. What happened? What happened is you went on a false Facebook website and you gave the hackers your username, password. And from there, they're going to go in your Facebook account. They're going to change your password. They're going to lock you out of it, change the email, change the phone number, and then you will lose complete control of your Facebook account. And what's more crazy nowadays, they will start to send emails to people, not emails, but messages in the Facebook Messenger to try to make them push the link to trick them again. And to get more people. They will do it under your name. And then at some point, they're going to do, once they see that they've been signaled and stuff, they're going to post and do things that goes against the rules of Facebook, and then your account will be locked. And it's going to be really, really hard to get back on Facebook, because they're going to consider you being someone who do not follow the rules of Facebook, and argue with them that it wasn't you, your account has been hacked. They don't have customer support at Facebook. They really don't care about you. So most of the time your account will be locked, and you're gonna have nowadays a really, really hard time creating a new account. So it's really sad to see that Facebook doesn't help that much. Oh, they're going to help you with there's a new thing now called the Meta Verified Account, but you're going to have to pay mensualities to be on that. And then you're going to have technical support. But everything's got to pay. Everything's got to pay. So make sure you don't get phished or scammed. Use security software. Up-to-date antivirus software is really important. We talked about it. Educate yourself and your loved ones. Like, if you receive emails, if you receive stuff, be sure to warn people around you and tell them that, oh, watch out, or maybe I had an accident with something. If you receive something from me, it's not me who sent it. So make sure you do a little bit of this to help everything. So that's gonna get you some very good security practices, and it's going to protect your email communications from cyber threat, and that's going to help the other. Securing your online transactions, that's a good one too. Use secured websites. When making online transaction, ensure the site is using the HTTPS protocol. This means that the data exchange between your browser and the website is encrypted. In some browsers like Google Chrome, the URL, they are hiding the first part of the URL, like the HTTPS, 2 points dash dash, and the 3W. And you will see them only once you clicked again on the address, and then pop, it's going to show. And there's a little button at the beginning, and if you click on this, that's where you're going to see a little padlock. They changed place for the padlock, and they wanted to put more text. It's something Google is doing. Not sure I agree with it, but that's their point of view, and we can't change that. It's because people were thinking when they see the padlock that it's not that it's a secure connection, but that like the website, like, it's really good. You can how can I say this? You can trust the website, but that's not the case. It's only saying the padlock, the only way, the only reason it's there is to tell you that the communication is encrypted between you and the website. Doesn't mean that the website is trustworthy. So you have to take care of that. Avoid public network to do your transaction. Avoid making financial transactions on or logging into sensitive accounts when using a public Wi-Fi network, like in cafes, hotels, airports. They are often unsecured and can be easy targets for hackers. If you must do so, try using a virtual private network, VPN, to encrypt your internet connection and protect your data. VPN is like an internet inside the internet. The only problem with that is a lot of places, like in public networks, they're gonna block VPNs because hackers are going in public places and use VPN too. So they want to fight against this, but it's making you an easy target for hackers. So I think we're gonna have a lot of work to do on that. Use credit cards or online payment services. When you're paying, and it's not only on public Wi-Fi, anywhere, use online payment services such as PayPal or prepaid cards or credit cards. The thing is, if you're using prepaid cards, if that card gets a fraud, it's going to be a minimum total of money that you will lose. If it's payment service or a credit card, you're gonna have the possibility to easily dispute unauthorized transactions, which not gonna happen with a debit card or other way of payments. So it's a good habit to have. Monitor your bank statements. Go regularly check your bank statements and online transaction to detect any suspicious or unauthorized activity. In Amazon gets some problems sometimes, so go check your orders, but go check in the archived orders. It's really important. And if you see a transaction, if you go there often, you will see the transaction that is, oh, I didn't do that. It's gonna take less time for you to dispute that transaction. So by applying these practical tips, you can enhance the security of your online transactions and protect your financial information from cyber threats. All right. The sixth article I talked to you about, and again, I'm just summarizing stuff. Just go back and read them, or watch the videos about them. Or the podcast. If you prefer, I also have podcasts. You can download them and listen to them in your earbuds or in the car while driving or stuff like that. It's just audio. So the next one is protecting your children online. So use parental controls. That's the one that is the most popular. You heard about it on TV and advertisements and stuff like that. When you get your services with modems, they talk to you about it. So it's not crazy. So that gives you the possibility to restrict access to inappropriate content, set times limit, monitor visited website, use applications, and that's it. And there's many ways to do it, like from web browser to applications and stuff like that. You will find them in Windows, Mac OS, iOS, Android, web browsers, dedicated applications such as Custodio, Norton Family, Google Family Link. That's it. And if you monitor the activities, you will know that something good or wrong is happening. Maintain trust and open dialogue. I'm going to read this one. It's kind of important. Cybersecurity is not just about technological tools. It also includes a crucial psychological aspect. It is important to maintain open and honest communication with your children. Talk to them about potential online dangers and ensure they feel comfortable coming to you if they encounter issues like cyberbullying. So yeah, keep an open mind. Also, here are some tips to foster this trust. Listen actively, pay attention to your children's concerns, and answer their questions understandably. Encourage sharing. Create an environment where your children feel safe to share their online experience, and avoid judging. That's the most important. Avoid blaming or punishing your children if they encounter problems online. Instead, help them to understand how to avoid such situations in the future. We're gonna later, during the next few weeks, we're gonna address what do we do when that happens. Um, if my children is harassed, or if my children is a harasser, how do I deal with that? I sometimes we don't want to create problems for our children, but at the same time we have to fix this problem. So there are a lot of websites, there are a lot of people that can help you with that. Oh, Mama Bears. Oh, hello. Welcome. Thank you very much for being here. It's really cool. Welcome to the Cyber Academy Café. If you have any questions, like I'm almost done, but we're reviewing the subjects of the week of the academy. And if you have questions, just ask them in the chat on the YouTube or on the Twitch channel, and I'm gonna be glad to answer them. So the next one, in protecting your children online, be cautious when lending your devices. Okay, this one, sometimes we don't think about it. When lending your devices to your children, they may access your social media accounts, see inappropriate content, or click on scam links. Okay, I'm gonna explain to you a use case. First of all, there's a lot of women that receive like really inappropriate pictures of men that sometimes want to show their how can I say that? They want to show their primal values. Let's say it like this. Okay, so you I don't know, you're waiting in a waiting room at the dentist, for example, and then your children starts to be a little bit annoying because he doesn't want to wait anymore. So you decide to lend him your phone, so he can play a little game or watch little videos. And then there's a pop-up going on, and he sees a picture he shouldn't see. So that's kind of sad. Or another thing that can happen, like, is used to get yeah, that's also a good thing, but some people do, and we have to address this. So that's a good thing. You don't lend them your devices. It's a really good thing, but there are ways to do it properly. log out of your accounts, or use separate accounts. Sometimes you can do this. You can do a profile for your children, and so they only have their own stuff, and these things can't happen. The other thing that can happen is, let's say, grandpa is sending a lot of times like little videos, and it's funny, and your children is used to it. So and one day, from the previous article we talked about, Grandpa gets his account hacked, and the hacker is using under his name, is using his Facebook account to send a message with a link. The children is used to see Grandpa sending stuff, so he sees links, clicks on it, and bam, a virus is inside the computer, or the person takes control of Facebook account. So the best thing is to log out of the accounts when you land the things, or like I said, have a separate user profile for your children. And keep an eye on what your children do on your devices to prevent risky behavior. But a really good thing, like Oma Maberzo said, is to not lending the thing, and they have their own. Educate your children about cybersecurity. When you start young, it's like a second nature. They get used to it. It's crucial to educate your children and teenagers about good cybersecurity practices and potential online dangers. Here are some key points to address: password security, phishing and scams, privacy. When they're older, sometimes they could think it's a good thing to share financial details, but it's not. And cyberbullying, talk about the effect of cyberbullying and encourage your children to report any inappropriate online behavior. So it's really important. Protecting your children online requires constant vigilance, open communication, and the application of good security practices. All right. Okay, so like I said, it's only a review. Go read them in details. It's a lot better, and we're gonna go more deep in these subjects in the next few weeks. Don't worry. Okay, the last one for today is protecting your personal data online. So our personal data is constantly exposed to various online risks. And so it's really important to protect them. And I'm going to give you some practical tips. I said it before, again and again and again. It's never enough. Use a combination of uppercase, lowercase letters, numbers, special characters. Avoid reusing the same password across multiple accounts. Put the 2FA on your accounts, the two-factor authentication. It's really important. Be cautious with emails or messages containing links or attachments, and use a password manager software like LastPass or Bitwarden. It's really important. Secured connections, we talked about it. Try to use virtual private network, even at home if you can. Refrain from using a public Wi-Fi network for sensitive transactions. Like, keep this really casual if you go on your on a public Wi-Fi network. Ensure that the communication of the website you visit are using the SSL so that the padlock is there. More and more websites are using it, but it's never going to happen that all the websites are going to use it. Why? Because there's a lot of old websites that are still in use. The information is still good, but at the time, it was not mandatory to use SSL. Well, it's still not, but it's better. And so they will never change because sometimes the administrators don't exist anymore or don't have access to these websites anymore. Sharing on social media, like adjust your privacy settings, like I said in the other article. Limit access to your personal information to friends or trusted contacts. Regularly check your privacy settings because they change. Facebook change really often. Others are changing, so you have to go back there and review everything, like maybe every 3-4 months. That's a good practice. Think before posting, before sharing a post. Check if it reveals too much information about you, such as your address, phone number, or financial details. I'm going to talk to you about something. I said it when I did the French version of this podcast last week. A woman had finished her university class, and she was all happy, and there was a picture done with um, her certificate in her hand, and it was all happy and stuff like that. Beautiful picture, nothing weird there. But with the OSINT is when, or OSINT, is when hackers are using legal ways, like looking at your pictures, looking at all your information online, and group them to create a profile about you. And that's what they did with that girl. And when they went on that specific picture, the problem is when you were zooming a lot on the certificate, there was a special ID code that was on it. It was her university ID. So with that, what happened is the person used it with the rest of the information, and they made a they made a debt uh, at the bank with this. And because the code was verified and they could see that she was from university and everything, they gave the money to the person. The thing is, it was not the real person. So after that, she had to reimburse. She had to go with fraud and cops and everything to try to rebuild or and correct the situation. Yeah. So, but during all that time, she had to repay a $30,000 US debt. So it's to show that we have to watch out what we're doing. We're giving way too much information, and even when we change our mind, there's a website called Wayback Machine that archive the internet since for as long as I can remember. I found stuff from 1995 at some point in there. So maybe an old website you did and you put your resume on it with some information, and then you decide, oh, that was too much information at the time. You realized it was complicated. You destroyed the website. But this Wayback Machine recorded it and still provided. So OSINT hackers are using these websites to go and get your information back. So that's completely crazy. We live in a weird world. Beware of scams. Be cautious with question-answer games. Like I said earlier, they can reveal sensitive information such as answers to your bank account recovery questions or other services. You know, these funny games that you post on Facebook, like all the questions are there. And it's kind of funny, and then they ask you to share this information to 5 of your friends so they can remove the answers and put theirs. But what we don't realize is in these answers, some of the questions are questions from your bank account recovery questions. So they're using this to hack bank accounts and other recovery accounts. It's kind of crazy. So protecting your personal data online requires constant vigilance and the application of good security practices. But if you're following these tips, you can significantly reduce the risk of identity theft and cybercrime. So that's what I wanted to talk to you about today. Whoops. I'm gonna come back. Hey, here I am. Sorry about that. So, yeah, that was the subjects of today. I don't know if you have questions, but make sure you take the time to ask questions. Cybercare Academy, you can find us on almost all platforms except 2 for sure. I'm not going to be there is X and Instagram. For now, I'm not on these platforms, but like almost all the others. Facebook, we have a website, a newsletter, a blog. We also have YouTube, Pinterest, TikTok. I think I'm forgetting some. There's too many of them. But yeah, so I'm trying to do my best to give you that. And we're going to have the free book coming soon. You can register if you look at the bio on my Twitch profile or in the description of this video, you will find the website cybercareacademy.com where you can fill the form about the ebook. And I'm going to send you the link and the alert as soon as the ebook is ready. We also have the video courses that's gonna come soon. It's gonna go deeper. We're gonna show like real use case and how to do stuff. And there's the big academy that's opening once, maybe twice a year. I'm not sure yet. But it's a community where we can exchange information. There's going to be course, but it's going to be deep in each of the subjects. And we're going to fix problems. We're going to give you warnings when things are to be watched. The news about cybersecurity for your home, for your children, and stuff like that. It's really going to be good. I think cybersecurity for families needed that. So that's where I come in. There's a lot of people doing other stuff about cybersecurity. I'm not going against them. I'm with them. So I'm just not going with the same public. My public sometimes is not really good with technology, and what we want to do is more prevent than fixing. So that's where I'm going with this. Okay, so I don't see any questions, so I'm gonna end this podcast for today. It was Michel T Dallaire for Cybercare Academy. I hope you liked the video, and to see you next week. Cybercare Cafe is gonna be every week, so come back and I'll be glad to answer your question. So. Thank you very much for being here. I love you very much, and farewell.